Hello everyone and welcome to the Daily Grind. As always, let's go.
おかえりなさい。ゆっくり休んでね。今お茶を用意するから。
Okay, so what are we gonna do? As I said in the special episode, from now on the episodes might be a little bit more structured. I will go through the most important things a little faster to see if we can slowly get into a groove where we have a bit of a routine going on. So what I want to do first is go into PvP, since to me that is always one of the most interesting parts of the day. Fittingly, we have 2018 points here. Pretty interesting. just thought I'd mention it. My team hasn't really changed much, but I do need to check if I do have the right. Yeah, it looks right. It looks like we have the right Fallen Angels equipped. So let's just jump right ahead, pick our first opponent. Now this looks interesting right off the bat. I want to see. I will probably lose this fight. I will probably lose that fight. This is a pretty strong team here. This is also a pretty strong team, but I feel like... This is a hard choice because this is a fight that I could win. Although I think it's gonna be close. And this is a fight I think I will lose. Let's just go with this. Let's go with this, see how we do. Tom Yum on 5 stars is actually pretty strong. And yeah, as you can see, it's a bit in their favor right now. Yeah, it's heavily in their favor. So unless we get a good stun or so in there, probably going to be bad. Yeah, no, we got stunned. We keep getting charmed. Yeah, we've lost this fight. Now it's 3 versus 4. Black Tea's about to go down too. That goes to show how important your tank actually is. Here we go. We lost that fight, but we knew we were gonna lose that fight. It was just a bit too strong. So let's go with this one and see how we do here. Obviously, I'm only doing this for you guys, so you get to see some interesting fights. So, same thing. Again, Tom Yum, but this time around, he doesn't seem to be as strong as the previous one. So it's leaning a bit more toward us this time around. We're also dealing quite some area of effect damage to the Yu Xiang there. So let's see. And now I think this fight is already over. We already won. We might lose Duck, picking Duck, but he might just make it. Yeah, that was also an interesting fight, but it was definitely not as hard as an opponent as the other one. Seriously, it's a race. This looks interesting. This is pretty much the same team once again. And I remember this person, Nurse Joy. I did do some Eisen hard mode with her. Quite a few actually, while I was cleaning the apartment. So Nurse Joy, thank you so much for that, and props to you. Your team looks really powerful, and I actually do not know who's gonna win this, because if the Tom Yum is good, if he has good stats, it might be our loss despite having more power. But it looks like that Tom Yum is not as spec'd out. So we're probably gonna get a lead early on. And now we're in the lead. We couldn't really capitalize much of it though. Like we were a bit in the lead, but now it's equal again. 4 DPS versus 4 DPS. Our lead is pretty small. 3 versus 3. This is really close. Now it depends on the DPS. And it looks like we're about to lose this. We are definitely not in the lead anymore. And we're down. Wow, okay. Interesting. I actually want to try that again if we have another try. Yeah, let's go again. Because I feel like this is a really interesting fight that can go both ways. Let's see once more. So we are having a lead with the tank. Slight lead. This time it's not much of a lead though, so the area of effect is really messing us up. This time we got the stun though. So now this looks a bit better than before. Yeah, but again I think we're gonna lose. I feel like if my what is he called again? B-52. If my B-52 was a bit stronger, we might win this fight. Because their B-52 is just a bit better than ours. Their DPS are just a bit better. Their tank is a bit worse than ours. But their DPS is better. So we have 1 star over what we have. So the area of effect damage that they can do is just much higher. So even though we are killing the tank faster, we just take so much damage by that time. So let's see, instead of that, let's go with this. This gives us a good amount of points. And it's also the last PvP match for now. I definitely need to tweak on my PvP team a bit. I definitely need to make some adjustments to B-52. He does need a little bit more HP. He does need a little bit more of attack. He definitely needs to have his skills leveled up. And all in all, this entire team needs to have their skills leveled up a bit. I'm a bit guilty of not talking about this fight right now. Which I feel bad for, that I've not talked fairly about this fight. About the advantages, disadvantages. But I feel like it was just too much in our favor to really talk much about it. Vodka obviously is a good choice. She has good amounts of crowd control. I'm tempted to buy the mooncake shards right now. Let's see, how many more do I need? Mooncake. I need quite a few more. Okay, now that we've done the PvP, let's do the restaurant. Let's check on in our restaurant. A little bit of a breather from the fighting, and I can talk a bit about some stuff. Let's see, what do we have here? Do we have something new? Can we upgrade something? Oh, yeah, we can upgrade something. Let's go ahead and upgrade. It's always a good idea to upgrade as soon as you can. Go. Although I don't think I will use this dish much, still it's a good habit to have. And what I wanted to say there also was that I should really work on my PvP team, but I have just been putting all my effort into my world boss and my guild boss teams. Therefore, that's just going a bit short, especially because I haven't really felt much of a challenge in PvP lately. So I've just shifted my focus a little bit more toward guild boss and world boss, trying to get those up a little bit. Restaurant, real fast. Nothing much really has changed. We can choose a quest. Once again, we're lucky getting a Dine and Dash customer. As I said, the number of my gold keeps going up. Let's get some free gold here. We might even get some jackpots here. Times 2 was the best we did. There we go. That's that. I think we should be sending these to the ice arena though. I do like making salmon because it gives good amount of gold, and this gives me good amount of fame. I'm hoping to upgrade that to 6 soon. Now let's hire some staff. We can definitely go for Jello, which... And we can put our pudding. Oh! I was doing the wrong thing. My bad, guys. This makes me look like such a loser. This is the right way. Let's send that sandwich out as well while we're at it. That way we don't have to worry about it for a while. And yeah, that's really the goal in the restaurant, is to not worry about it all the time. I pretty much get away with only checking the restaurant every 2 hours or so. Yeah, that looks good. Only having to check your restaurant every 2 hours is really good, because then you don't have to worry about it so much.
This time I'll make a memorable impression.
This is not gonna be a very interesting fight. As always, it's just a quick little match. There you go.
Will my fame also increase as a result?
I do hope that I get a Japanese voice for her at some point. That would be really nice. Task done. There we go. Now I want to go straight into the world boss here, so let's build our world boss team. And this time we're gonna make a little bit of a difference. This is what we had last time, but I want to make a change. I want to actually go with a tank, and I'm not sure who to switch out. Based on the numbers though, based on the attack and all that, I feel like Tosu is who we're going to swap out, because it is our weakest DPS right now. I just want to see, I have a hunch, and I've also talked with some people about it, that if you have a very high defense tank, you might actually survive through the world boss, because it does not ignore defense. Sadly though, I do not, and I have been trying ever since I got Steak. I have been trying to get a staunch Ukumachi enhanced, but I just don't have one. The best in terms of defense I have right now is this. And that brings us up to roughly 235.46. Well, not roughly, exactly that amount. Hello guys, sadly I crashed right there. But it gave us a chance to really appreciate that welcome message. I do think that's kind of a nice touch. It would be cool, and that is something I will say right here in the middle of the episode. It would be cool if we could have the option to have a random food soul greet us every day. So every time we start the game, there's a different food soul from our food soul pool. I do that myself. I just pick someone new every day. But it's almost a pity. It's almost a pity that you don't have that option. Anyway, we crashed. I will have to do some much hated editing later, but that's not too bad. I just have to cut 2 videos together. Let's hope it doesn't crash again. Where I was that I was speccing out my steak, and it is said that you need 300 defense in order to survive. So with only having 253, I doubt I will be able to survive that much. And I can't really do much here with feeding. Also, Steak isn't the tankiest of food souls. He does have a damage skill for an energy skill that makes him not as tanky. As far as skills go, I do feel like I need to now level up a little bit here. Yeah, let's level up this once.
Will my fame also increase as a result?
And let's level up this skill. Oh wait, that was that was wrong. I'm still not used to the controls on the PC, to be honest. It's a bit different. It's definitely a bit different. So I wanted to go to material fusion. There we go. And I need to make 4. Here we go. And I'm sorry if it bores you to watch me prepare for the world boss.
Also increase as a result?
But I do feel like talking about it and explaining what I choose and why is a part of what really is what new players essentially are questioning a lot. They see other people do so much damage and they don't know why and how. Anyway, we need to swap out the Fallen Angel for Sanma. And here's something that I've talked about in the special episode yesterday that I actually need to address. I said it is impossible for me to ruin this Fallen Angel, but I have actually ruined it. Now it has HP. I'm not too stressed about it because it's just 261. That's not really a lot, but if that was a legendary roll of HP, I would be upset. I would be seriously upset right now. Sadly, I do not have any Spirit Incarnators, so I can't really change that. It is still better than going with the other one. And it's not opening the menu. Why is it not opening the menu? Oh, I was already in the menu. See, not used to the controls of a PC. We could go with this. This would give us more attack, I think, but it would also give us more HP. So we don't really want to go with that. Although, since we do have a tank, we might be able to get away with it. So, who else do we need to look at? This is fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, we have all of them figured out. I'm not gonna level up any more skills because that's actually something I want to do at the end of the episode. I just wanted to do a little bit right there. So let's go ahead, go straight into the disaster. As always, I will be leaving timestamps in the description. So if you just want to see the fight with the disaster, you can go right ahead and swap and not swap. What's the word for it? I'm sorry, I'm not a native speaker. Anyway, we're going straight into the disaster right now. You can instantly switch to the disaster fight with the timestamps. That's what I wanted to say. And let's go and use this again. Once again, I want to say something here. I feel like the reviving is something that I would stop wanting to use once my tank is strong enough. Speaking of which, I have not swapped my tank in. I should do that. There we go. Once I'm able to survive the entire time, I will probably look at taking some of these other ones to see how much I can increase my damage using them. But I doubt I will survive the entire time. But yeah, as you can see, the damage is much lower. It's barely scratching us right now. We'll just have to see just how long we can survive this. Okay, so far so good. We're just not getting enough healing on the team so far. I mean, it's going okay. I just really need to increase the attack on Laba and also increase her skills, because she's not healing a whole lot right now, but it is enough. It is enough. Her energy skill comes up often enough. Yeah, I'll wonder how long we can survive here and how much damage we will do. We're starting to take a little bit more damage now. And we are... I was about to say we're about to lose stake, but actually we can heal him up pretty easily. But yeah, he definitely needs more defense if we want to survive the entire thing. He also isn't very tanky. His skills aren't very tanky. But he is the best I have still. And I have so many food salts right now that I need to level up that I don't really want to bother with any other tank right now. But there goes. That's as long as we can survive right now. And that won't change until we get much more defense on stake. Ideally, I want to go up to like 400 or so. Yeah, that was quick. So we can survive until 7 minutes and 45? I see. See how much damage we did? Oh, wow. Okay. That is the highest damage I have ever done. So,
also increase as a result?
There you have it. A tank actually isn't such a bad thing to take along. So you can survive a lot longer. Alright. That was successful. I feel like that was a big success for me. This is the highest damage I've ever done. So once again, I feel pretty good about that change. And we're definitely looking to increase that even further. The one problem I'm having right now is that I was actually planning to switch this this fallen angel over to having attack, but I might not do that just yet now, because what I wanted to do with this Tsuchigumo was give it to Miso Soup, who we will now spec out for the guild boss. But yeah, I wanted to use this for Miso Soup and for Tosu, but since I'm not using Tosu anymore, I might as well just keep this around until I get a staunch Ukamochi enhanced. Speaking of which, are we breeding any right now? No. But once these are done, at the end of the episode, I can definitely throw in some of these and use some of my syringes. Can show you how that goes. Anyway, now we're gonna build our guild boss team, which is quite different. So we're gonna go with Miso Soup. I have not been able to upgrade him yet. And we also need Tongue 1. The rest stays the same. Miso Soup is only really viable. That is another thing I want to say. He's only really viable to take with you if you have Sanma. Because if you cannot time his heal, it can absolutely fuck you over. Because I could make a fail compilations out of all the times I have failed the guild boss despite having Sanma. This one time I was using both skills, both energy skills of Tongue 1 and Miso Soup at the same time, because I was not expecting the meteor just yet. Usually it takes a while, you know, once it hits like 1 minute, yeah, it takes a moment, right? Like it takes a moment before it actually starts. Usually it's at like 52 seconds or something for me. So I used Miso Soup's heal because I was about to die, but then right at 58 seconds left, he also used the skill, and that was right after I used Miso Soup's skill. So I used Tongue 1's skill as well to get through that, and I didn't have any skills after that to stay alive, and I would have gotten to the end of the stage, but I lost Sanma. And that's kind of sad. It was kind of sad. Anyway, now let us go, and before we do that, I need to check on the fallen angels. So this is good. This is good. This is still good. We need to do something here though. You definitely need a better fallen angel. What do I equip on you usually? Oh yeah, that's right. I always equip you with this. This is Labas, but it's now yours. And what I wanted to do with Miso Soup was equip him with this Eisen originally and upgrade these a bit, because I'm not using this Eisen for anything and he's already +5, which is pretty good. But I thought, oh, you know, I have a Tsuchigumo on Brave that I want to upgrade, so once I have that, I definitely want to use that. Although I might now use it as a defense for now until I have something better around. So I might just work on this Eisen. As you can see, I still need to level it up and I still need to reroll a few of these stats. But for now, this is good enough. We're gonna keep that. Fair warning, I might fail this guild boss a few times. I might fail this guild boss a few times. So bear with me. I will not cut any of it out. You will... This is what this show is about. The daily grind. The daily struggling with things, trying out new things, and wondering what can we do to get stronger. So let's see. Currently, not a lot of people have attacked yet today. And I wonder if we're going to be able to defeat them. I don't know. I don't think we will be able to get this all the way down in this week, but we're definitely improving. A lot of guild members have taken the advice of other guildies, and we have increased the damage for a lot of people. A lot of people have doubled their damage during the last week, so I'm positive that next week we're gonna be able to do much better. Now let's see, our team is set up. Let's go in and do this. This is the first time I do this on the PC, so let's see if I can actually do well. I always keep it on 2x speed at the beginning. And I always use the heal as soon as the growl hits. Because the one thing I cannot have is getting behind the healing. That would be a big problem if I fall behind with the healing. Because with Miso Soup Tang 1 it's a bit more tricky, especially if you do not have them upgraded. As you can see, I do get quite low here. My Sanma is getting dangerously low. I wonder if that HP that I have on that Fallen Angel is the cause of that. He is going pretty low. I am afraid that I will actually not be able to do this unless I upgrade. Let's use this now. Go to 1x speed. We're getting into the dangerous territory here. One of my biggest problems is actually Black Tea, because Black Tea does have a lot of HP due to her Fallen Angel. Oh, wow! I almost forgot to click that. This may be a bit of a problem now. Did he just get stunned? Oh no. So I have to use this now. Oof, that was so close. As you can see, it's a bit of a delicate fight here. We're definitely we might have to restart here. This is not looking good unless he uses the meteor right now, and nope, we have to restart. Yeah, it's a very delicate fight right now for me. I definitely do need to upgrade Miso Soup, and I do need to upgrade Tangwan. It is a bit troublesome. I do feel like maybe I should look into this right now. I'm sorry about having to do this, but this is a fight that I'm currently struggling with a bit. Let's see, Tangwan. I feel like I should upgrade this skill so it just heals a little bit more. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. There. Now let's upgrade that. Okay, other than that, I don't think I can really upgrade a lot. Let's see, I wanted to check here. Let's buy a few. See if we can upgrade Misu's heal as well. Let's see. Misu's heal. I hate having to scroll down by clicking and pulling. it's a bit annoying. But yeah, I definitely do need a lot more attack on him, so he heals more with just his auto heals. But for that I definitely need to ascend him. So yeah, there's... And as you could hear, sometimes it lags a bit due to the emulator. So let's see what we can do. Oh wow, it got really laggy there for a moment. Right now it heals 267 for 4 seconds. That is over 1000 health. But let's upgrade it just once. The good thing about only using it for the guild boss is that I actually don't have to upgrade it that far for it to be effective, since I keep everybody on low HP anyway. But yeah, Black Tea is definitely my biggest problem because she's ascended so far. Let's see, how much HP does she have? 2700. See, that is a big problem. This right here is a huge problem. But I don't have any other fallen angel right now that I could use on her. As you can see, we crashed again. I wonder why it is crashing so much this time around. The last time it didn't crash. I have not had this crash yet, and I've been playing it mostly on my PC ever since I started going to my... What the is going on? Yeah, this is not nice. Maybe I should upgrade this as well, doing a little bit more damage. But right now I really want to look at survivability. So instead, I feel like what I should do... what I was going to do before I crash was swap out the fallen angels of Mooncake and Black Tea. Because Mooncake has a lower HP pool than Black Tea. So we're only looking at 2200 right now. And then if we put this on Black Tea, she does more damage than Mooncake anyway. We're looking at 1800. See, we have now lowered the HP pool of all our food salts, and we probably even increased our damage. That's good. That's good. Now we can try this again and hope we don't crash in the middle of doing this. Alright. Here goes, once again, Guild Beast. This is the right team. Yes, let's go right ahead then. Okay, let's go to 2 times speed because really there's not so much happening here in the beginning. Oops. And actually, it was perfect timing. I was trying to see if I keep my mouse button pressed, if it will not do the skill. Alright, we're healing up everybody almost to full health now. This looks a lot better from before. Oh, I hate having to move my mouse all the way over. I feel like it's easier to play on the PC. I might have to try out a different emulator which lets me map these locations to keys on my keyboard. That might be better than playing it with the mouse, at least for the bosses and using the skills and all that. Alright, meteor time, there we go. And swap that to 2 times speed again. Wait for the growl. Wait for the heal. There we go. And I always kinda use Kangwan's heal in between but I don't know if I really have to. Yeah, this seems to be getting up fast enough for me not to have to. But I can use it in between, so I don't know why I shouldn't. Swap to 1x speed here. We're getting into dangerous territory. And I may have done the same mistake now that I've mentioned earlier. Using both skills at the same time, and then it's not up the next time I need it. But this time around, he didn't use the meteor right after I used that spell, so this time around it should be fine. We should be okay. Our skills should be coming up any moment now. And we survived. Perfect. This time around I'm gonna use this again. Because it's just a bit too tight for my liking, you know, if I don't use it. Because now I get to use this skill once more. Same mistake once again. Let's hope it doesn't bite me in the ass. Okay, this time around he doesn't use Meteor right away. See, this is what usually happens. He will not use the Meteor until like 45 or so. And this one time he did it right away. And that was a real problem. Seems like we got through it. Yeah, making that change to our HP pool really helped. That really helped. Let's just get through this. Here we go. I'm thinking we might look at 600,000 damage this time around. I would hope so. No, sadly we haven't increased much in damage. I thought that maybe having more attack speed on Black Tea would really increase the damage, but it didn't increase it so much, which means once again we're down to having to increase Fallen Angels, having to increase skills, having to level up food souls, have to collect charts, but we're gonna get there. We have only recently started actually caring about Mooncake, so she's only at 1 star, her skills are only at 12 each or something like that. Therefore, yeah, you know, we have still a long way to go, but 520,000 is good, you know, it's not bad. It definitely is a contribution worth noting. Now, I feel like we've done everything we had to do. So now a little bit of chit chat, a little bit of answering questions. Sadly though, there's no questions, so if you have any questions, if you're a new player and you stumbled upon this video and have watched all the way until here, I probably should mention this in the comments as well so people know. Ask me a question or ask me something that I should research for you. If there's anything you want to know, like how does defense work, how does anything work, I'm definitely wanting to do, and there goes my alarm, but since we crashed so much, I don't really think I need to really worry about the time. But yeah, if there's anything you want to know, if you have any research project for me, one of the things I was looking at doing was researching the way crit rate works. How much crit rate is how much crit percentage. That is something I wanted to do, and I did a bit of it already, but I definitely want to do more of it. Is that something you want to see? Is that something you'd like to figure out? Eventually, this is my big project that I want to introduce to you right now. I want to make a calculator spreadsheet that lets you calculate the exact DPS or estimated DPS of any food soul at any level with any fallen angel on any level with any rolls, so you can literally calculate how to get the most DPS out of a specific food soul. For that, obviously we need to have hard numbers. We need to really figure out how crit rate works, how crit damage works, how defense works. Although for DPS that doesn't matter, but I would also like to have a calculator for tanks, but for now a DPS calculator would be really good, and we need to know exactly how attack speed works. Now I do have an attack speed video, and I have to have it unlisted, but I will make that public, and I will put a link to that in the description below so you can watch that. That video basically shows Toso, and it's a difference of attack speed in roughly 4,000, roughly. It is this fallen angel. Let's go ahead and look at Toso and equip her this fallen angel. It's this fallen angel, so the difference is kind of that. I have actually spent quite a bit to reroll these stats. Probably something around 80 spirit incarnators, just because I wanted to do this test, because people in my guild said that they would like me to run a test on attack speed. And that's what I do. I love doing those kind of things. A lot of people would say, oh, what a waste. But I don't think it's a waste. I will link you to that video down in the description. You can watch it for yourself. I have concluded that this, just to make it short for you, I have concluded that this fallen angel increases my attack speed by around 9%, is what I have concluded. Of course, I need to look at some more values. I need to maybe raise some of these stats once again to really look at things. The reason why I chose Toso was because I am not going to upgrade her anytime soon. She's at 0 stars, and unless there's gonna be another Tosu event, she's not gonna be upgraded. And also, Tsuchigumo on Relentless was something I had laying around, and I had quite a few, so I already... And this was still from a time when I thought attack speed increased the amount of basic attacks you do, which is a myth. I can't prove it, but I also can't disprove it. I will have to look at it in an extensive way with a food soul with high attack speed to see if that is really a difference. Obviously, if you attack more times, you have more chances at attacking, but I don't know if attack speed also increases the chance of a basic attack triggering. That is something I do not know. That is something that no one knows, but I suspect from my observation that it is entirely random. Sometimes you do 5 basic attacks in a row, and sometimes you don't do one at all in an entire fight. This is just how it is. We have to live with it. Obviously, if you raise the attack speed high enough, you may have more chances and therefore may raise it, but you probably need to raise your attack speed by more than just 9%. And this Fallen Angel is pretty strong. I would argue that this is a pretty strong Fallen Angel, because Tsuchigumo, he gives you the most stats out of all Fallen Angels. He's a +3, which is not that high, but considering how rare it is to get him, that is not so bad. And he has 2 legendary and 1 epic roll of attack speed. That is not so bad. Thinking about it, if roughly 4,000 gives you 10% attack speed, you probably need something like 40,000 attack speed to really double your attack speed on a food soul. But yeah, I've chosen Toso because I'm not gonna upgrade her anytime soon, likely, and I might be able to raise these stats eventually. I will be able to raise them. We will have to see how many spirit incarnators and so on I get. Obviously, first my guild needs to reach level 7 so I can buy them in the guild shop. Then maybe I will dedicate myself a little bit more to this project of mine. It is a project that I want to do. If you have any intel and if you want to contribute, let me know. Write me a comment. Add me on Discord. We can talk about this, because this is something I really want to do. I really want to create a calculator that lets you calculate food soul damage and all that. Right now the max level is 80. So obviously, since I do not have any level 80 food souls, you know, I can't really do that. And obviously I will need a lot of intel. This is something that I will probably have to ask a lot of people to give me this intel, because I need to know the stats of food salts at specific levels and at specific enhancement levels, and I have not been keeping track of my own, which is something that I wish I would have done, and it is for that reason that I'm almost tempted to start a new account on the other server and try to get some food salts there and really collect, you know, this data off them, because I don't know if that data is anywhere out there right now. But I definitely am looking to make a spreadsheet where all the food salt damage is, you know, calculated together, and you can input what food salt you have, at what level, at what enhancement level, with what fallen angel, and then you can juggle it. You can compare it to another food salt. You can compare what would give you more attack speed or crit or whatever. That is really the goal here. And by the way, if you're getting upset that I'm just talking nonsense right now, that I don't care. Because we are at the end of the episode. This is where I just ramble. This is my rambling phase. This is where I get to talk about everything and where I get to open these things. So let's see. I was trying to get a staunch Tsuchigumo here, didn't get one. Okay. Nothing good so far. Nothing good. But, you know, it's not the biggest issue. Because I can still use them to level up. Okay, so what I really want right now is a staunch Ukomachi in hand. So I'm going full Ukomachi here. Completely Ukomachi. And we're gonna add as much water as we can. Did I click it? Ah, come on. That sucks. I only had 2 chances today too, because I used some earlier. But yeah, this gives me an increase by 40%. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. And we also have quite a few we can awaken. So let's go ahead, do that, and then level up some of our fallen angels. While I talk a little bit more about everything. So as I said earlier, right now I'm focusing mostly on the guild boss. It is my biggest concern right now to increase my damage with the guild boss, because that directly influences the damage I do for the guild. It has an impact on the guild. It helps all of my guild members and me included. Therefore, that is currently the main focus I have right now. PvP and Catacombs are falling a bit short right now. I'm not too stressed about getting better at Catacombs, at all that. I'm mostly using same shard fusion over the upgraded fusion, because my URs are something that I mostly only use in Catacombs and PvP. It would be nice to upgrade them, but at the same time right now I'm not stressed. I am not stressed at all. Okay, let's see. Who do we want to upgrade? We just upgraded this Brave Tsuchigumo. That was the last I upgraded. Now I have 2 I need to upgrade, and that is this Eisen and this Brave Queen Conch. Because this Brave Queen Conch is what I want to put on... Actually, I'm thinking right now. I have the Eisen, and I have this for Tank 1, so maybe I don't actually need this Queen Conch. I mean, I know I'll need it eventually, but I don't need it yet. I'm in no rush to get that Queen Conch raised, to be honest. Like, maybe a bit, but no rush. There's no rush right now. Because we have a good fallen angel that we can use for Tongue 1. And sure, it's not the right type, but I mean, it's just the guild boss. It would be nice getting a little bit more attack, but it's just a tiny fraction. It's just 10% more. So if we can, I'm pretty sure, you know, it might be nicer to just raise this Eisen and then I'm mostly see, when I talk about this, I'm not really worried about the leveling, because the leveling we will do anyway. We will level it up, because we cannot use these fallen angels that I'm just using up here for anything else but leveling. And I have a hiccup, sorry about that. So we will definitely use all these for leveling, but I may not focus on smelting the queen conch just yet. We will of course level it up after we've leveled up this Eisen. It is the next in line, unless by that time we do get a staunch Ukomachi enhanced. But I'm more worried about getting another Inugami leveled up before this, actually. Because we definitely do need another one, because, well, we have one, two, and all that. Did we not use this time around? Did we not use this on Sanma in the guild boss? True. We absolutely... Oh no, we used this one instead. Okay. I was a bit worried there. I was a bit worried. Now let's swap everything back to how it was before. That is also pretty important, so that our defense team in the PvP is as strong as they can be. I definitely need to increase the damage on this. I also do have another Inugami here that I'm raising. This one is actually supposed to be the one for B52. This one is Sanma's. So yeah, we're definitely having quite a few little projects here in terms of fallen angels, and it's a slow progress, but it is important nonetheless. It is important to do it. Also, I'm really looking forward to finally upgrading Tiramisu. We also need to reroll the stat because it is so weak. What else can we do? We do have something here that we can... No, actually we don't. But we do have a few boxes we can open. 26! Actually, so let's use all of them, see what we get. 2 steak shards, that's really good. I always like getting steak shards. We also have, oh no, a few common boxes for some seasoning. Great. And we do have some exquisite boxes for some more seasoning and some shards. Speaking of shards and speaking of restaurant, let's check the restaurant real fast. As you can see, I'm almost up to 20. Almost. Let's cook some cold tofu. I really want to get to level 11 of the restaurant. See, I'm tempted to cook that, but I'm not going to. The higher your restaurant, the less often you need to check on it. The higher your food as well, the more you can cook of it at a time. It's just the more and more you upgrade this, the less you have to check on it. So putting in some extra work early on really pays off. And definitely using a food that gives you high amounts of fame is really important. I've noticed that as soon as I started doing that, my fame actually increased much further, much faster. I'm already at halfway to the next level, and that's the fastest I've ever gotten there compared to the other levels. So yeah, definitely do that, definitely. Another thing I wanted to do was summoning in this event. I am not sure if I want to get more shards, but I feel like 3 shards, I can never pass up 3 shards. They're 3 shards after all, for food's all I use, so let's go. Great, we got 5 out of 8, that's pretty good, that's a good ratio. The rest we're gonna use here. Oh. There. Getting a little bit of diamonds and embers back for the following events, next events. There we go, that's great. Good. We still have quite a few hard levels to do. want to look at this real fast. Okay, we already have one mushroom yaki. Let's look if we can cook any. Oh, we can make 2. That's great. I'm always trying to do as much of this. I hate this menu. You really have to change this menu to showing your online friends at the top, because this is bullshit. I don't know who's online and who's not. I'm just choosing people that I know or who are in my guild or something like that. But you have no idea of knowing who of these people is actually online. Yeah, the reason I always check in here is because sometimes I can buy some ingredients that will help me with the with my airship, so I don't actually have to cook and farm as many things for it. Yeah, we do have enough octopi at least. This we should have enough as well. Yeah, definitely. Okay, we have 2, 1, 0. Can we cook any of this? Yes, we can make 1. So let's go ahead and make 1. Can we make any here? Nope, we're missing mushrooms. And we already checked that. So I'm definitely gonna keep my eye open for the market to refresh. One thing that I haven't checked. Oh wait, I already did check this. And I am tempted to buy mooncake shards because I definitely need her shards. How far have we gotten in here? We're getting to the end of the episode right now. So at this point I want to thank you for watching if you have stuck all the way through this episode. Even though parts of it were pretty boring for sure. Make sure you keep following Food Fantasy and my videos if you are interested. If you play on the Glory World server, add me. I would definitely like if you would. And if you have any questions or suggestions or anything of the sorts, let me know. I always like hearing your feedback on my videos. It would be much appreciated. And until tomorrow, when it is once again time for the daily grind, I'm out and I'll see you then, and you can rest assured that I will still be grinding all day long. Goodbye for now. See you tomorrow.